1st of June 1982. 5:30 a.m. An Antonov An-26 prepares for takeoff at the Damascus International Airport. On board are several senior military generals accompanying the President of Syria, Hafez al-Assad. The flight to Aleppo should take less than 2 hours. At 10,000 feet the President's plane is met by its escort of 2 MiG-21s flying out from al-Nasiriyah military airbase. A routine escort mission, there was little trouble in the region. The rebels have all but been defeated. The world's attention has been on the British, fighting the Argentinians in the South Atlantic. Neither of the fighter pilots had been expecting any problems that morning. A quick turnaround at Aleppo, then back to al-Nasiriyah in time for lunch. The President's plane arrived over Aleppo at 7:35. Precisely on time. Its slow arcing landing cycle took the plane and its escort over Aleppo suburbs. The pilot had made this trip hundreds of times. He could land with his eyes shut. The pilot radioed to the tower. Aleppo ground, this is Papa 1, request permission to land. He never acknowledged the response. The MiG's flight leader saw the smoke trails coming from the ground first. He shouted a warning to his wingman. SAM's 12 o'clock evasive action. Chaff and flares filled the air as the Antonov started to maneuver, jinking from left to right, in a desperate attempt to fool the incoming missiles. The MiGs desperately tried to decoy the SAMs. They paid for those maneuvers with their lives. The Antonov took several hits, causing the right-hand engine to burst into flames. Quickly extinguished by the onboard fire suppression equipment. The pilot and co-pilot fought for their lives and the precious cargo they had on board. They could maintain speed only by losing height, and they were running out of height to lose. The pilot made desperate pleas over the radio. Aleppo Tower, this is Papa 1, declaring an emergency, Mayday Mayday. But nobody in the tower could respond. As the tragedy of the dying Antonov unfolded, a group of armed commandos stormed the tower. Shooting without mercy, no one who worked in the tower was going to survive. It was quick, professional, and brutal. Finally the drama in the air came to its logical conclusion. The mortally wounded Antonov lost her ability to fly and stalled, plummeting to the ground and dooming all the passengers on board. Within 15 minutes, the fate of the President and his entourage had been flashed across the nets of the Syrian senior military and intelligence agencies. A finely crafted plan then swung into action. Unfortunately for the Syrians, it wasn't their plan. The Syrian vice president was informed of the death of the president and was quickly ushered to the nearest airfield. His close protection unit didn't like this. This smelt like a coup. They bundled the avuncular, now president, into the awaiting helicopter. He had dreamed of this moment. To finally achieve his life's goal of leading his country and of course all the bonuses and benefits that would come with it. It didn't last long. He earned the dubious honor of being the shortest-serving Syrian president. The intelligence-gathering assets of NATO suddenly sprung into life, with a stark realization that something wasn't right. Cruising at 40,000 feet above the Mediterranean, the E-3 started to intercept panicked transmissions between Syrian military units. Senior officers talking of a coup and of the president's assassination. The vice president was missing or could be dead. Senior government officials being rounded up. Army units being mobilized. The situation was confusing for all, except for a few senior officers who had orchestrated today's events. For them, the plan was going well.